Yodle yee-hoo. Yodle yee-hoo. Hello chat, hello gang, it's a me, a Kellio. How's it going? We are finally finishing this fucking game. I probably could have finished it in 2 streams, but I've been streaming late for days, for weeks now, actually. So, took 4 parts instead of like 1 or 2, but you know what? Who cares? We're here now. And I am so excited. It's a me! Alright. Let's get this game started. Yes! 80%. We have 20. We have 19% to go. I haven't had to do math since, what, 10th? 11th grade, part 2? That was a few good years ago. Alright. Hello, old lady. What's the objective? We gotta question Mrs. Marbury. Do we have the suspect? The proper suspect on the list yet? We don't. Interesting. Hello, hello. Hi, Ellie. How's it going? What are we observing over here?
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name in Cheshire.
Okay. What else can we observe? Can we observe this?
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
I'm alright. I'm not doing my best. Also, is the little... I decided, like, to make chat a little easier to read on, my screen on stream. I now have a little, like, black box behind it. So I hope that makes chat a little easier to read. So, let me know if there's anything wrong with it, or if I need to move it any bit, because this is the first time I'm using it. Looks good? That's good. Hi, Ghosty! How are you, Ghosty? We are here to finally solve the ABC murders. We have figured out who it could be. I forget his name, but his initials are ABC, which is hilarious. And we are going to talk to a witness who knows the man himself. So, let's see how it goes. What do we observe? Is there anything to observe around here? Oh, piano?
It is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
Maybe. I used to have a crush on a guy, back when I had crushes on guys, in 6th grade, and he used to play piano beautifully. He did amazing, and all I could play was the McDonald's theme. I was a loser. Do we just talk to her? We don't have to observe? We can just talk.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
Get annoyed seeing her peel potatoes. Why would we get annoyed at that? Been good? Chat box looks fine? Thank goodness for that. It took a bit of tweaking to get it to work, because I wanted to put the black box beneath, like, I want the layer of the box beneath my PNG tuber model, but I wanted the text on top of the PNG tuber model, so that was a little hard to get figured out, but we did. Why on earth would we get annoyed with her for peeling potatoes? That seems like a dick move. I'm glad you've been good, Ghosty. You're a great help.
You may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are a key witness.
I've suspected
damn.
him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined.
Oh no.
As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Good thinking, ma'am. You done a good job. Thank you. I'm glad. Streaming layouts can be difficult, so I'm glad I'm getting it right. Slowly but surely. Congratulate her for her observation. Ask her how she knew about the ABC. I feel like I really need to puff up this woman's ego.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
I feel like I
So
need to
was
do that
right
to get her to
warn the
speak more.
police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into
It's a
space.
throat guy.
He told me that it was because of a wound
That's
he
all
got
the
in war.
connections.
His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat.
Oh, that's
He
not a
didn't
good
want me
sign.
to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
That's not good either. Ask her if it was. Ask her where the stains were.
Where was the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work.
I
Is that
feel
correct?
like asking
Oh,
her if it
wasn't
was
the
blood is too
pleasure.
much
He
of a
was
leading
always on well
sentence.
trains. But he had to
throat
sell
guy
his
is sus.
stockings around England.
A throat
I
guy
had to
is
remember
sus,
engagements, he used to
actually,
say.
because
Do you know where Cust was at the time
the
of the
other
murder in
the
Andover
three
and Bexley?
victims were
On
two
June
people
the
who needed
21st
throat
and July the
medicine,
25th.
and the person
No, I
who
don't
gave
know.
throat
That
medicine
was a while ago,
out
you
to
know.
people.
But surely
Like then
you keep
it
a
was
register.
two
It
patients and
won't
a
do much
doctor.
good.
So the
Mr.
fact
Cuss
that
rents his
the
room for the year.
perpetrator
If he
and the
goes
main
away for a few
suspect
days, I
is
have no
another
reason to make a note of it.
whatchamacallit,
I remember one
forget.
thing. Beck
Another
says by the
patient.
sea, right?
makes sense.
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Yeah, I'll ask you to
Very
continue.
interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Ask more details about the newspapers. Ask when he started buying
When
them.
did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Yeah, let's take a peek.
I need the key to
The
Cust's
key.
home.
Oh no, we have to. Okay, we have to actually get the key. All right.
I should check
Whoops.
the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
Oh, are we suspicious of this woman? She's a witness. Why are we suspicious? Where's the register?
I should check the register. Mrs.
Oh, the register. Whoops. The people.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
Well, that's unfortunate. But we'll see anyway.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
What? What truth? Oh, now I'm behind. What do we have to say to her? Oh, we have to observe first.
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Yeah, I'd say so, seeing as she's humming and she's smiling. Oh, and she's got great boobs. Is a reason why it seems she's in a good mood. That's a lot of
Mrs. Marbury is in
potatoes.
a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
Can I talk to her more?
Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cuff's room. Can you explain yourself?
Oh.
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Custer was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Mr. Fishman. Be understanding or indicate that it is illegal. I want to do both. Also, that is a black potato that you're peeling. Why is the potato black? Are there black potatoes? In 1935, I think this is when this is set. I'll be nice.
It doesn't matter, provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
Mr. Fishman, man me a fish. What, do I go upstairs now? There we go. Now we can do some looking around. Oh, gotta check the mirror first. Have to make sure I look fancy. Look at my brows, look at my stash, look at my nose.
Trousers, white shirts. The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
Oh, damn.
Most probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs.
The
Marbury.
bathing dress? Oh, Poirot, you need to get...
All the main articles referring
You need
to
to
the ABC
you need to
case
learn your
are
pronunciation,
here.
buddy.
Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
Okay. Interesting.
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders.
8. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them.
It's closed. It's closed.
Can I open it? Oh, chances are there's like a knife or something I can get to open it. What's over here?
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Probably. He was probably prescribed the same thing by that same doctor. And a sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company.
Johnson and
I know
Johnson?
this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Okay. Interesting. What else have we got?
War of 1914-1918.
That's too much text for me to care
An army
about.
dispatch. Wounded on the Somme front.
This is
Victim of a
better.
gas attack. Corporal cost. Greatly
Victim of a
deserves
gas
his-
attack in the army during a war. That's all I needed to know. I didn't need all the fancy details. There's the knife. We'll use the knife.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
I don't know.
I have to get the ribbon.
Oh,
How am I going to do
fuck,
it?
really? We have a... Okay. What ribbon? Oh, do you mean
Something
this?
is blocking the...
Okay. Poirot, I'm quite sorry
Something is
for you.
blocking the...
Oh, damn, okay. How do we unblock something? Oh,
The left-hand heel has been removed.
cool. Can we... Alright. Can we do the right one?
The right-hand heel has been removed.
Can we take the ribbon now? Did you see the reel over here just kind of spinning away in the distance, or did I hallucinate that? Oh, I got it! Oh, cool.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
Why would he clean the...
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
How did we... Okay, I didn't even get to look at it that well.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left.
Parsimonious. I like
in
that
Russia.
word. Don't know what it means, but I like it. I'm pretty sure I saw it floating away too. Yeah, it just kind of flew. Like, it was very weird. Very funny, but very weird.
John Milligan.
What is this?
Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street.
Oh, this is his
Leicester.
sales thing.
To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door sales. Regarding the schedule of your round,
Yeah.
this letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other
I
trips.
just have to show that he went to Bexhill. Alright. Excessively sparring or frugal. Okay. I like it.
It's an ABC.
Another one. There's so many. Spare knife? Can I take
A
this?
long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. This subject would probably...
Only murderers have long knives. Note that down, note that down, note that down. I'll make sure to remember that. Alright, we can open with the knife, right? There we go.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
And a box. It also cut open a box. Just then.
Stockings.
Oh, whoops. Stockings. Alright, anything else we can look at? Oh, can we search his bed? Oh, we can just search his room, in general. Oh, we're just observing his room. Alright. Scruffy coat. Slightly misaligned bed. And crockery in a mess. Damn. If a slightly misaligned bed means that your room is messy, then I have the messiest room in the world. My bed is definitely, more than slightly misaligned. Anything more I can look at? I don't think so. Oh, can I open?
It is not the right time.
It is not. Then where do I go then? Search Cust's room. Have I not searched it all? Yeah, I've searched all of this. What? Do I use the key on that? Nope. What am I meant to do here now? Exactly. Can I move this way? Nope. Nope, this way. Nope, I can't. Could use the grey cells. Where was Cuss at the time of the Bexhill murder? That? Oh! Cuss was probably in Bexhill on the day of the murder. There we go. Is there something behind the bed or under the rug?
The register shows
Mayhaps.
that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder.
Oh.
Where was he?
Nope, we're not done. So,
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not
Alright,
very concerned about order
okay.
and balance.
maybe... If... Search Cust's room. No, it's not giving me any option to look under the bed or in the carpet or... This will just show me to the desk. It will, won't it? Do I have to use the knife again? I don't. Okay. Do I have to use something on this? Anything on the back?
John Milligan.
No, 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 please.
Dear sir.
Please, no. Stop talking. Stop
Regarding
reading.
the schedule of your round.
You have no idea.
This
Yet,
letter
neither do
was-
I. Please leave me alone. Alright. But I've done all of this. What's over there?
The least we can
Oh,
say is that Mr. Cost
I
is
wanted
not
to
very
see if I can
concerned
try and
about
get
order
to
and
these
balance.
drawers, but it's either a terrible angle or I'm just not supposed to go there. Can I check this again?
Trousers.
What can I do here? I don't know. I don't know. Here, here, here. Wait, what's down there? Can I close the... No, I can't close the drawer. Or go to these drawers.
I've finished with this subject.
I am? Then what the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh, I thought this was gonna be an easy ending. What if I put the roll back in here? Nope. Put the roll there. Put the roll in there. I can't take the knife back.
Stockings.
Cool. Stockings. I can't. But what's... No, that's the bed, I'm sure. Oh, well this just got real confusing. Real quick. Can I not... Nope, that just shows me that.
ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Nope. The sink, or does that just take you to look at yourself in the mirror? The sink does... No, it just makes me look at myself like I'm fancy. I mean, I am, but not necessary right now. Maybe I can combine the two?
I know this medicine.
I know
It is a
that. I
powerful
know
sedative.
I know it's a powerful sedative. Can I combine anything?
Laudanum.
No, I get it. I can't combine any of the items. Use... No, can't use the key anywhere. On the mirror. Use any of these on the mirror. No, I did not mean to do that.
It is not the right time.
Gotta stay fancy, exactly. Gotta stay looking funky fresh. Did I miss something
War
here?
of 1914, 1918. By the king's order, The name of Corporal A.B. Cost, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the
1918.
an
I don't get it. I don't get what I'm supposed to be investigating anymore. I can't believe I might have to use my first clue looking for this. What? Can I do something with these pants? They're not even interactable. Do we have any more grey cells to do? Nope. Old-timey people had two medicines, laudanum and chloroform, and they're sure to get their use out of them. And I forgot the third, straight-up cocaine. Yeah. If all else failed, just take some cocaine.
all the main articles with
No.
the Bexhill.
No. I feel like I am missing. Well, it's not like I don't just feel like I'm missing something. I know that I'm missing something.
It is not the right time.
How is it not the right time? Should I use a clue? This could actually be the first and only time I'm gonna use a clue because I can't figure out a secret in his room. Am I meant to? Is there more to his room? Is there anything on the ceiling? Any windows? No, I can't even check the painting. Oh! No, go back. Why is there something to investigate on the floor? Oh! There it is!
This dark stain.
Blood!
It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Thank fuck, we're done. Thank you, Lord.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
I'm free! Worst experience of my life!
Ah,
Why was I stuck?
I was about to leave.
Why the blood there?
Good evening,
That was
Chief
so annoying.
Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the cue of Mr. Cost on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police.
I've spent ages
And
with
you?
the Doncaster police.
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Yeah, that's pretty suspicious, my guy. Talk to Jop, alrighty. Oh, can we observe him first? No, can we? I don't want to walk around him. Nope, we can. Why can't we? Do I have to? There we go. Nope, there we
You
go.
had best talk to Job.
Well, I'm going to. You're just making it
I've
hard,
listened
game.
closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for.
I feel like the only thing
Let us now try and get
there's
our brain
nothing
cells to work.
I think that proves the contrary, but I think like it all feels like circumstantial evidence. Like there's no witness that says it was him. There's no confession. There's nothing other than just like, oh, he got issued the newspapers. Oh, he has a bunch of ABCs. Oh no, he has the letters that were the letters were definitely written by him. Sorry, I forgot about that. Whoops. He has ABC guides. Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? He was in Churston, he was in Bexhill, and he was in Andover. Yeah. He was in all the towns when the victims died. there any common points between Cust and the killer? He has ABC guides. He keeps newspapers that talk about them. No, is it this one? Or this one? There we go. He has the items to commit the crimes. I'm back. We're out of his room. We found blood on the floor in his room, in a tiny corner. That was what I kept missing. Super annoying. But now we're figuring out if he could be evil or not. Is Cust's behavior suspicious? Oh, okay. Thought I might say, it is suspicious. Nope, he's just guilty.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at
evil?
the scenes, the knife, the bloodstained shirt.
Okay, hi Sloane.
ABCs and a
Why are
bonus.
you evil?
C'est vrai. However,
However,
the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis.
ask Snow. Oh
The
no.
murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the
So the
murderer
blood
to
is
keep
not
the newspaper
evidence.
articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up
That's
by
true.
questioning
I think
Cust.
what we need to do is
When
talk
can
to
you talk
Cust
to him?
himself.
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Fuck yeah.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
Oh,
It's
delightful.
plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
Maybe?
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Bro, we just did. You're not going to
Chief
find
Inspector,
anything else.
I took the liberty of removing
There
the
we
few
go.
clues to examinatum.
We've already done this,
All right,
Job.
We'll discuss them
You're
tomorrow.
late, buddy.
In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Oh, trust me, we haven't. You think Hercule Poirot, detective extraordinaire, could have missed something? That's just disrespect. That's just disrespect on Poirot's name. Go to Scotland Yard? Fuck yeah, let's go.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Does this man think you're a fucking amateur? Exactly. Exactly. We're not. We're not dumb. We're not stupid. We know what we're doing. Jop just wants to get the glory for himself. Oh, hello! Oh, it's time. Do we have to observe him first? We do. Alright. Let's observe him to see if he's
This
guilty.
man is not in good shape.
Why is he not in good shape? His hands are shaking. I was not looking at his hands, but go off. His eyes are lowered. And he's bald. That means he's sick. It's probably like breathing heavily. Oh no, it's crumpled jacket. Never mind.
He is worried and very tired. And other police have been hard on him.
I mean, if you think he's a suspect of murder, and so many things line up, I feel like it's not that terrible to be a little hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Gee, I wonder what I want from you. Ask if he knows who's speaking to him. Ask who he is, or present yourself. Ask who he is.
Are you Alexander Bonaparte Cust?
So? You find my name ridiculous, is that it? Huh?
No, we're just curious, dickhead.
I am Hercule Poirot, and I want nothing other than the truth.
Ah, you're the detective.
No, I'm the cleaner. Talk about the letters.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Acknowledge his innocence, or get him to admit that he has forgotten. The janitor just decided to see what's poppin'. Exactly! Poirot's just a janitor with a really nice moustache and a really nice suit and is really, really into murder. Oh, I don't know which one to do. Get him to admit that he's forgotten?
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Ask if he is capable of killing. Accuse him of being a killer. Admit that you do not believe he is a murderer. Have we already... Do we think this guy's innocent? He's been so suspicious this whole time. Is this a giant red herring that we've been going for this entire time?
Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
This was like my third question. Get him to talk about the army.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered.
But?
The army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
Okay.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Wasn't he interrogated for you? Okay, yes, that's true. That's true, he was questioned.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Accuse him of Dr. Clark's murder. Accuse him of the 3 murders. Get him to believe he's innocent. What the fuck are these options? This game really wants me to go, you know what, you can go. You're innocent. Is he innocent? Is it... Are they trying to tell me that this has been just a giant red herring the entire time? Maybe it's Mr. Fishman. No, but Mr. Fishman came when the Bexhill murder happened, so it couldn't be Mr. Fishman. I want it to be Mr. Fishman, whoever the fuck that is. That would be hilarious, though. Accused of Dr. Clark's
And
murder.
to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
God, this man is sick. And he glitched. Alright? Glitched in the Matrix. Are we done, or do we have to talk to him again? Oh! Give him medicine. Which one's the right medicine? Whoops, that's the sedative. Gave him the wrong one. Let's give him the cough medicine first. There we go.
Take this. It will help you.
Yeah, he's bald, that's why he's sick.
Thank you.
Alright, can we talk to you again now? No, he's just drinking for a minute.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood
Oh,
again.
jeez! Bro, do you not bring a handkerchief?
I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury
Or
saw
anything
came
like
from.
that?
Are you well enough to speak?
Get him
Yes,
a
I feel
tissue,
much better.
Poirot! Okay. We're just gonna let him sit in his own blood. Get him to believe he's... Well, accuse him of Dr. Clark's murder. Just made him angry. Accuse him of the 3 murders is gonna make him angrier. So maybe get him to believe he's innocent?
You never considered killing a doctor who took such good
Is
care
this
of
the
you?
right one?
No.
It doesn't feel like the
No,
right one.
never.
But, well, 3 ego points, I guess it is. Ask him if he acknowledges going to the 3 towns. Say that witnesses saw him in 3 towns. This is complicated. Well, it's not complicated. It's 2 options. But it's a difficult 2 options. I'll ask him.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
Okay, so he admits
You
to
were
being
seen
there.
at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave
You're
me very
terribly
precise written
unwell on
instructions about the towns I
trains.
had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company
What?
sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
Huh? So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
I'm not sure if this man is capable of murder. Now he's cold?
He is prey to a terrible anxiety.
If someone likes trains so much because of the ABC murders, like we've already said that we've been told or we've discovered that the murderer does like trains or does have an affinity with trains, but this guy says he doesn't like being on trains. What about this? Do we give this to him? No. Do we give the sedative to him? Alright, yeah. We just knock him out.
Take this. It will help you.
More meds. Knock yourself out, buddy. In more ways than one. Or can we talk to him more?
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Oh.
Yes, I know.
Oh! What?
I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Huh? They've been telling me... What? So it is him? What? I'm so confused. I am going to leave.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells
Grey
to
cells
work.
time. Yeah, it seems like it's been trying to... It seems like the game has been trying to convince me that he is actually... It's convinced me. It's set up everything to say that he's guilty. And then we started questioning him. And then it seems like the game started to want to make me believe that he was innocent. But now it wants us to believe he's guilty again. I am very confused. Yes, I did just sedate that man. That man should be knocked out. What do we know about his health? He suffers from hemoptysis. He had a problem with his throat, and he suffers from abscences. He is mentally and physically weak, not really the profile of the killer. So he is innocent! I am so confused! Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murder? No. He had no reason to kill them. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murder? I don't... Oh! He had blood on him, but he was attacked from behind and blood spurted out? Nope. Oh, there we go. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt? There are details which show that Cust is not guilty. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cust is guilty? He had no reason to kill them. Yeah. Not guilty. So, we're being given proof that he is both guilty and not guilty at the same time.
Than before. This is worse.
This is worse!
There is one point, Twilight.
That is the first
C'est
sensible
curieux.
thing you
Cust
said.
admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything.
That's true.
He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he
He
killed
was
and
getting the
then simply
papers
forgot
because he
what had
thought it
done.
was him.
How can you be
But
so
he wrote
sure?
the letters.
Let us
The
look at his
typewriter in
psychological
his
profile.
room wrote the
You will
letters.
understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells
This
to work.
is... Behold! Hi, Necro! How's it going? Maybe it was Miss Marbury. It was always the sweet old ladies peeling potatoes. Oh my goodness, both of you are on the same wavelength. You think it's her. I mean, it could be. I'm so confused. I hope that while he's forgetful, I really, really hope that this is not some sort of split personality case. Because if there is one thing that I hate for several different reasons is the gotcha of a murder mystery being they have split personalities. It's both ableist and gives a extremely bad rap and reputation to people with dissociative disorders. And not to and like, yeah, it does that. And also it just feels like a cop-out. It feels so overdone at this point. Like, I agree with you, Ellie. I think he's being framed, or someone is framing him or trying to convince him that he has been doing it. But is he clever? I don't know. No, he was mediocre. Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold. He was very hesitant and shy. So he's not matching the psychological profile of the murderer either. Unless it's a split personality deal, in which that is so fucking stupid. Been working on my VN all day, having to take a break from this scene. Okay. I mean, working hard, that's really good. And everyone should take breaks. You don't need to be working on something the entire time. You'll just burn yourself out, and that's not good. Is he a seducer? I don't think so. No, he's got no charm, not harm. He may have harm, I don't know. Does he like trains? No. See, that's what tipped me off. They're telling us he's both guilty and not guilty at the same time, which leads me to believe this is going to be a split personality situation, but I do not want this to be one. I really hope so, because if it is, it just kind of ruins the game and the story. The killer is methodical. He's not. He's... Oh no! Oh! That matches up. He's cold. Is he impulsive? No. He's miserly. Oh no, generous, not impulsive. What the fuck? It was the dog with the chainsaw in the side. I would rather it be a dog with a chainsaw, honestly, than be a split personality
Can we really
deal.
talk about his character?
Also, would be a lot more interesting. I'd love to see how a dog can kill 3
Apart
people.
from the signature, there is no ritual or repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, very well. You're right, as always. So, we have no confession, no
culprit,
no
no
suspects,
suspects.
nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry?
This has
What
been
shall I
2
do?
months.
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
We've been doing this for 2 months, but let Poirot do it for 24 more hours. Who wouldn't want it to be a chainsaw-wielding dog? Probably the dogs. Dogs probably wouldn't want that. Would give a bad rap for dogs. So where are we going? Oh, home. No. Okay.
To White Haven, please.
Let's go home. This is... Everything was set up for us to believe it was this man, and now they're trying to tell us that it's not. And I'm very
House
curious.
arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe one or two details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail.
Not all dogs.
Excuse
Dogs
me?
approach chainsaw murder? Haven't heard that
Patience,
before.
Hastings.
Dogs
Everything will
think
be
we should
clear
give
once I
them
get arrived.
chainsaws to do more
Best be
murders.
prepared.
Yeah, I
Slip
think
the revolver
dogs
into
should.
your pocket
I think
before
dogs
they
should
do.
be able to vote,
A
and I think
revolver?
dogs should be
But
able to
Poirot,
murder.
What are you afraid of?
Absolutely.
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
Oh, Hastings.
What about telling
What are
me
we
you
meet?
have
Who are
in
we
mind?
meeting with that we need a
Surtout.
gun?
You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Huh? Alright, let's get the revolver. Let's check the mirror first. Gotta look fancy. That... Bro, you are not looking at the mirror. Hell... You were nowhere near the... Okay. Whatever you say,
The
buddy.
white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
Which one's white ammunition? One's red and one's green.
The revolver is loaded with real bullets.
Oh.
The
There.
revolver is loaded with blancs. I still have time to choose real bullets.
Oh, fuck. No.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
It's giving me the option. Fuck. Why are they giving me all these choices now? I'm nervous. So, I pick up the gun. Do I fill it with blanks or real bullets? Bullets are both safer for us, more dangerous for other people. Real bullets, go big or go home. That's probably bad advice. But maybe this is gonna turn into a... Someone steals the gun and shoots us. It would be better if it was blanks instead of real bullets. It all depends on who's shooting the gun. Is it better for us or better for them? Who's gonna shoot the gun? Hopefully it's us, but it might not be. Why is this becoming an FPS? I'm so concerned about ammo types. Alright.
The
Fuck.
revolver is
Yep, real bullets. Real bullets. I'm not allowed to take both. I have to choose one or the other. And I will... Real bullets.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Oh. Shoot Inspector Jopp? What if Inspector Jopp is the murderer? Oh, shit. Can I get to the phone, please? Thank you.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
The
Never
landlady.
mind, I shall make do.
The landlady?
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
But
Of
it's
course,
almost
Chief
been
Inspector.
confirmed
I
that
can
it's
hear
a
my guests
man.
coming up the stairs.
It's almost been...
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Oh?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted.
Oh, it's the
Miss
big...
Gray formally identified
Bring the
him,
group
as well
to
as
the
Miss
room
Barr.
and explain the whole crime.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
Oh, damn!
I may be wrong,
Could-
but
Maybe.
by provoking you, he was looking for glory.
That too.
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get
Oh.
our brain cells to work.
More brain cells! Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Poirot's... Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Isn't Poirot French? No! It is an extremely common misconception that Poirot is French, but he is actually Belgian, I think. That is one of the biggest details you need to know, is that he's not French. He's Belgian. But you're right, Francophobia never sleeps. Just feels like it'd be too on the nose for someone with the initials ABC to be the ABC murderer. Yeah. Yeah, it feels that. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? I don't know what... Yeah, I hope split personality is not the truth. But I feel like it could be pointing towards it. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? I don't know what brain cells I'm meant to use. I have none. I've used all the brain cells. 50-50, that's Jop or the landlady. Agreed. Piece of envelope with a wrong address. No. The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. The letter's late arrival saved the murderer. No. There we go. The mistake is intentional. Yeah. Okay. Why did the killer send his letters to Hercule Poirot? Inferiority, glory, or xenophobia? None of those. This one? He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known. Huh?
Is everything clear now?
No!
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Please do!
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule.
Never did.
However, in Churton, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him.
Okay.
Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because
But that was the
plan
third
succeeded,
letter.
It was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Has he
Absolutely.
planned all
It
of
is a very
this?
subtle plan.
I guess he's planned all
It
of this
matches the profile
beforehand.
we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cuss.
It's not.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad...
No.
He might have two very different
No, Mary,
sides.
no, let's not do
No
this.
doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
Okay.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Alright.
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain
Yes,
cells
more
to
brain
work.
cells. Who's that clown? That clown is the brother of the third victim, or the doctor. Might have missed when Clark was introduced. Yeah, Clark was last week. You can watch last week's VOD, but Clark was the doctor to Cust, Asher, and the Bexhill victim. Betty, that's it. You think he did it? Okay. What do we know about Cust? Well, we know a lot of things about Cust, apparently. Oh, there we go. He's mentally fragile and easily to manipulate. Okay. How to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes? He was a door-to-door salesman. Hmm. 50-50 Clark Lent. I think from the witness accounts and stuff that everyone has pretty much decided that the murderer is a man. So I feel like it's less 50-50 Clark or landlady. I think it's more 70-30. Or even 80-20. That it's more Clark instead of the landlady. Landlady could wear big shoes. I mean, mayhaps. No. I'm done being calculating. I'm gonna guess. How does this shit match up? There we go. Cust was manipulated. The killer made him go to the town so as to hide his tracks. Okay.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records.
That's true.
So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes?
I think it's the
Because
other
murderer
Clark guy.
sat
I
in
think
there,
you're
Cust
right.
was
I
following
think
the
it's
person.
Clark too, Electric Boogaloo.
Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis.
The murderer was manipulating him. Ellie, you were
He
right.
systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from three completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Say that... Say that just one murder is of interest to the killer. Say that the murderer kills for pleasure. Say that the killer has developed a taste for murder. And say that there are 3 murderers. There are 3... There could be 3 murderers who know each other because of all the people being patients. But see, some of these could overlap. That the murderer kills for pleasure and the murder of one is of interest to the killer could very much overlap. But I think it's this.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Franklin Clark
Donald Fraser?
and Donald Fraser.
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Didn't he determine that right when he arrived in the town, though, for the doctor's murder? I think so. I was mostly joking. Okay. Because both the first two victims were the doctor's patients. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The first two murders were the patients of the doctor. And the third kill, the last kill, was the doctor. Absolutely. It was a theory I had since the end of the second stream. And it was confirmed in the third stream. Indicate that Donald's firm worked for Clark. Indicate that Donald was resting at Churston. Donald's firm... I feel like this was the only... Indicate that Doctor's firm worked for Clark. I feel like this would be the only one of these options that would mean he'd have access to the records. That's because you're smart, I'm not smart.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
Ooh.
Let us now try and get our
More brain cells, let's go! Is Donald clever? Yes. Ooh. That's one. Is Donald sure of himself? No. No, he's not. He's easy to influence. He's doubtful. That's only after Betty's death. Is Donald a seducer? Women seem to like him. That's 2 out of 3. Does Donald like trains? He does. That's 3 out of 4. That's 75%, buddy. Is he cold? No. That's 3 out of 5. Is Donald generous? Yes. That's 4 out of 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything.
That's true.
Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
That's also true.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Yes.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
Yes, Clark, you're right.
Let us now try
All
and
right.
get our brain
So
cells to
Donald
work.
had 4 out of 6. So let's see if you get more than that. See if you get more than that, Clark. Yep. 1 for 1. Is Franklin sure of himself? No. Oh yeah, he's okay. That's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2. Is Franklin a seducer? Yes. 3 for 3. Oh, this ain't looking good for you, Clarky boy. Does Franklin like trains? He does. That's 4 for 4. You need to get the next 2 wrong, buddy. Is Franklin impulsive? Oh, he's cold. That's 5 for 5. And is he generous? That's 6 out of 6. I think we have our murderer. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary people of noble status.
There is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up.
In what way,
Why would I have
bitch?
wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
Because he thought he was gonna give it to Thora.
Because of Miss Grey.
Because of Miss Grey.
Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death.
You were gonna be with
For
Carmichael.
you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
It was
Such
you.
an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Did we tell you that? Or
Oh,
did
no.
you just know that for
You
some
knew
reason?
perfectly well. That is not true.
That is not true.
Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Oh. Invent an item of proof found in Alice Ash's tobacco shop. Lie about the fingerprints found on Cust's typewriter. Or say that proof is going to be easy to find. Ooh. Do we lie and make him feel like he's fucked up somewhere? Or do we be honest? Flip a coin. What? A coin with 3 sides. There's 3 options, Sloan. I think we need to lie. I think we need to lie. The fact that there's 2 options for lying and only 1 for telling the truth makes me think we have to lie. And I'm gonna lie with the item of proof.
One thing proves it. A carton of placed cigarettes you stole from Mrs. Asher and found at your home.
Oh.
You have nothing on me. You're bluffing, Mr. Poirot. Come on, Thora, there's nothing for us to do here.
He knew we were lying.
Don't touch me.
Thora,
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to
Oh my
kill your brother.
goodness. We didn't need
Alright.
to solve it.
well played,
Thora just
I
had
lose.
to.
The game's up.
Wait, are we... Are we done?
Don't come near me! I'll never let you take
I
me,
told
Mr.
you we
Poirot.
needed blanks. We did real bullets. Oh no! We should have used blanks. We should have used blanks.
Took the law into his own hands.
He had no right. He should have paid for his crimes.
We should have used
expected
blanks.
What he did.
Come on, Poirot. Everybody makes mistakes.
Exactly. Hastings, If one day I sound pretentious, please whisper these 3 letters in my ear.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew we should
They
use
shall
blanks!
remind me that we all have our limits, even me.
Far out. I mean, we solved it, but he's dead.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
Why is a dead guy narrating this?
Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Oh, alright, well this is happening.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
Oh, that's sweet.
And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
Wow. That's really impressive. Who got shot? Clark shot himself. We should have used
Journal of an
blanks.
Innocent, the incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being
He
advised
wrote
by
a
Poirot,
book and sold his
he
story.
made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
as for me,
Good for him.
and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire,
Damn.
even more popular than York Minster.
Good job. Even though you died, I think. I think that was the person who died, right? This isn't Clark's voice, this is Dick Dunbar's. And it's done. Oh. Damn it! That was a really good ending, except for the fact that we didn't choose blanks and he died. How do you feel? I'm frustrated. No, the guy talking was Dick Dunbar, who I thought was the 4th victim in the murders, because there was a 4th victim, I think, just before Cuss got arrested. But the person who shot himself was Clark, and he would have lived if we put blanks in the gun. And I am so stupid because I knew we should have put blanks in the gun. But I didn't. And he is now dead. Which, I mean, it's not the worst thing that he's gone. Because he was the murderer, he admitted to it, he said it all himself, but it would have been nice to have him survive and, like, confess and maybe get more from him to, like, talk about it or something like that. Or get him to go to jail. But that's annoying. I got the Clark shot himself, I just got confused when you said a dead guy was narrating. Yeah, I meant a different dead guy. I did not mean Clark. Oh. Other than that was a good... Other than the frustrating ending. I wish it had been a more satisfying of an ending. But it was simply frustrating because of my choice. I can't blame the game for frustrating me if it was my choice. You know? Like, it would have been very satisfying the other way round. It would have been very satisfying the other way round. So, it was purely on my choice that it became a frustrating ending. But other than that, I mean, it was a good game. I mean, I loved the art style. Special thanks our families for early testing during the coronavirus confinement Discord for providing us with an efficient remote team tool. Oh, that's cute. That's sweet. That's sweet. But yeah, I liked the game otherwise. The art style is lovely. The art style is lovely. I think it isn't an amazingly optimized game. Like, the animations can glitch, and on my old computer, it killed my computer whenever I played it. Which, like, the only games I really expect to kill my computer are like multiplayer. Special thanks to our families and cats. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Oh. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, the art style was pretty. I feel like it wasn't the best optimized game. And some of the controls could be difficult. But I think it lived up very well to the Poirot name. I've loved Poirot, the David Chusset TV show. I've watched so many episodes of it just whenever they're on because I love murder mysteries and I love him. I saw David Suchet in like a concert interview sort of thing once and he was awesome and the character Poirot is awesome. And I think it did Poirot very justice. Very justice. That was a terrible sentence. I think it did Poirot justice. And I think it did Agatha Christie justice. It felt very true to the other interpretations. Except for maybe the Kenneth Branagh movie interpretation. But that's meant to be a bit more sensational. You know? If that makes sense? But whatever. The credits gonna keep going. I think we can be done with the credits. We did only get 473 out of 600 ego points. We should have looked in more mirrors. What are the bonuses? Reconstructions. Trophies. Got a ton of trophies. We didn't get Eagle's Eye. We didn't get Large Donkey, unfortunately. We didn't get the Gandhi moustache. But we got most of the achievements. Let's look through the... Should we look... Oh, the timeline is 32 things long. But it'll give us an indication of what happened. Do we want to look through the timeline? Just to see it all play out. In general, I'm kind of curious to see how it actually, went.
When Franklin understands that his brother's inheritance is going to be stolen from under his nose, he decides to get rid of him. In order not to be considered as a suspect, he has the idea of including the murder as part of a series that the police will put down to a madman. Franklin uses Sir Carmichael's medical records to choose his victims as well as the ideal suspect, Alexander Bonaparte Cust, who was seriously wounded in the war and suffers from bouts of amnesia.
See, I think that's where Clark went wrong. I can't believe I'm going, here, murderer, here's how you should have murdered. He chose other patients. He shouldn't have chosen to kill anyone who was connected to the other Clark at all. If you wanted to choose something that was, if you wanted to make up the profile of a madman killer, you wouldn't choose victims that had any sort of connection at all. You would just pluck other people off the street, and then also kill Clark. But he wanted to make it fancy, because he wanted people with AA names, BB names, CC names, DD names, alliteration names. And you didn't have to make it... If you wanted a madman, he could have gotten away with this if he really just could have gotten away with this in some other... I feel like he could have gotten away with this if the victims were not connected, and if he decided not to put it in Poirot's face.
Franklin writes the letters he will send me before each murder on his own typewriter in advance. He contacts Cust by letter and offers him a job. Cust is convinced that he is working for a hosiery company. In reality, it is Franklin that sends him his instructions, his goods, and even his typewriter. When we receive the first letter, Hastings thinks that it is a joke. As for me, filled with foreboding, I prefer to inform Chief Inspector Japp. Following his written instructions, Cust goes to Andover. He visits Mrs. Asher's tobacco shop and sells her a pair of stockings. After Custer's visit, Franklin, in turn, enters the tobacco shop. Mrs. Asher is not suspicious of the murderer, whom she takes to be an ordinary customer. The old lady turns around to take a packet of cigarettes. She is beaten to death. We investigate the first murder with Hastings. No suspect has a motive. A few weeks later, we receive a second letter signed ABC. Chief Inspector Japp is informed. The victim's name should start with the letter B. Alexander Bonaparte Cust goes to Bexhill. He sells Mrs. Barnard a pair of stockings. Betty Barnard leaves her work. She's dressed to go out. The young woman is strangled on the beach. Betty was killed by the man who had arranged to meet her that evening, the seducer Franklin Clark. In Bexhill, Donald Fraser appears to be the perfect suspect for Betty's murder, but he has no connection with Mrs. Asher. 5 days after the Bexhill murder, Cust goes to Churton for his work. In the afternoon, Sir Gray turns away a stocking seller. After dinner, Sir Carmichael Clark takes his usual walk. His brother waits for him, hidden behind a bush.
Oh,
The
those
murderer
are
leaps out
creepy
from his
pictures
hiding
with his
place and
glowing
cuts
eyes.
Sir Clark's throat. The third letter arrived late. Franklin deliberately wrote a wrong address. In Churton, Thorogray and Franklin Clark are the main suspects. Back in London, Cust is seized by violent coughing fit and brings up blood. He stains his shirt, which later frightens his landlady. We receive the final letter from ABC. The next murder will be in Doncaster. The second general meeting in London highlights the common point between the victims: stockings and a throat condition. Custer's landlady telephones the Scotland Yard to tell them about her suspicions. Cust is arrested shortly afterwards in Doncaster. Franklin had planned a fourth murder in Doncaster. He abandons the idea after Custer's arrest.
So
Cust
Dick
confesses
Dunbar
to the
didn't die.
crimes he did not commit. He's an easy culprit. Too easy. Franklin Clark is unmasked. He is the true culprit and the man who manipulated Cust. And there we have it. Another case solved by Hercule Poirot.
Cool. Wow, that was good. That was a good game. I liked it a lot. And now that I'm done with it, now that it's been a minute, it feels a little less frustrating than before. Like, sucks that he died, but in the end he was found out and it was completed. So, think we're done. That was great. That was great. I'm really impressed. If I wasn't interested in Poirot, I would not have found this game. Still wish it had been the landlady. Yeah, that would have been an interesting twist. But, thank you everyone for coming to stream. This was fun. Don't really know what else to say other than this was fun. I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I played it. Finally. Because I tried playing it and streaming it so long ago, it's not funny. Like a year ago now, I think. But then it was on my old computer, and my old computer was not a great one, and this game did not work well on it. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming by stream, for chatting, for talking. I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone has a good evening. Or day, night, evening, morning, afternoon. Remember to follow me on social medias if you have any of those. Some of these I am more active on than others. Hopefully I will get my YouTube and TikTok up and running, or up and running again, respectively. Almost done with my sock, but not quite. Good luck. I hope you get it done. And also, if you are not a part of that, join my Discord, where we just talk about things at any time. But, good night, everybody, and thank you for coming by. I'll be streaming more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond on Thursday, and then next Monday, Next Monday, I'm not sure what I'm gonna play. It's gonna be a Mystery Monday. But what Mystery Monday? I can't be sure. It'll be either Life is Strange Before the Storm, or it'll be the next Ace Attorney game. I'm leaning towards the Ace Attorney game. It's been a while since I played Ace Attorney, and I want to play the next one really badly. So, see you all next time. Alrighty.